everybody, my name is Teresa Godley and I'm the writer and producer of The Stranger I Love, which is a film about parental alienation. I myself have been living with parental alienation for 2 years.
Well, I'm just going to say I don't really want to come to Leicester anymore. I'm getting too much pressure put on me and I'm really sorry.
It went from saying goodbye to my kids on Sunday night, put them in bed, kissing them, say I'll see you on Friday, to 4.5 years later, and I still haven't seen them. It's been a gradual thing. If I had to deal with this all at once on the first day, I wouldn't still be here.
Parental alienation usually occurs after the separation of two parents. So a divorce or a partnership breakdown, for example, but parental alienation can actually start when two parents are together, living in the same house, perhaps when a relationship is starting to break down and there are children involved.
On the evening of my 30th wedding anniversary, my wife left me, taking 6 of the children with her. I am now alienated from these 6 children for the last 4 years.
The definition of parental alienation is basically where a child's resistance, and it's often a very sudden resistance, and hostility towards a parent who they previously shared a very close relationship with is not justified. And it's usually due to the psychological manipulation of the other parent.
My name is Lauren, I'm from the USA, I'm 23 years old, and this is how I was alienated against my mother.
I am speaking on behalf of my fiance, my best friend, Michael, and it's with a heavy heart that I say he tragically was killed in an accident. The first signs that I had witnessed and Michael had dealt with in terms of parental alienation were when his ex-partner started to make it difficult for him to see his kids.
My name is Christian. I am an alienated father. I haven't seen my youngest daughter since November of 2019.
Parental alienation is insidious. It's psychological child abuse. To coerce and manipulate an innocent child against their other parent with no justifiable reason is abuse.
My name is Hannah Griffiths. I live in West Wales, UK. I have 2 sons, now 18 and 14, almost 15. I've been alienated from my sons for just over 2 years.
I wrote The Stranger I Love to really bring about an awareness globally of parental alienation, because not enough people know about parental alienation, they don't understand it, and the more people we can get talking about parental alienation, both in households, within the media, in governments, for sure, then the more likely we are to bring about change. Because if people don't stand up and show the world what this is and how the parents and the children suffer, then this will go on for generations to come, forever and ever, as it has done already for decades, probably for centuries. The other point to make about parental alienation is that during the battle to get your children back, many parents face financial ruin.
It's locked, but we will be in there.
I've spoken to so many mothers and fathers who have literally remortgaged their homes, sold their cars. They have begged, stolen and borrowed to pay legal fees to be able to stand a chance of accessing their children. I know parents that have faced financial destitution, and that's not me being dramatic, that's a fact. And that alone has been the cause of many parents to take their own lives, because not only are they told they can't access their children and that there's nothing family court can do, but they have no money, they have no home, and they're living hand to mouth. And for some, the pressure of all that is just too much.
I first realised something was wrong when they came back to me after a long period with their father, due to me being in recovery after major surgery.
I was kind of put into this turmoil of being in the middle. I noticed that there were a lot of suggestions that were being made. Suggestions that sounded like, don't you think blank? Don't you think blank? Shouldn't your mom do blank?
Stranger I Love film is about a woman called Kerry, who at the point where we meet her hasn't seen her son for a few weeks. He's been away with his dad on holiday, and he's returned not wanting to see her, not wanting to spend any time with her, and then eventually stops communicating with her altogether. So she attempts to see him face to face to ask why, and very much believes at the point where we meet her that everything will be fine. You know, she's missing him desperately, but she knows that she's got a really strong relationship with her son, and that as soon as she sees him and he sees her, everything will be fine. She just needs to talk to him. Well, unfortunately, when she does go to speak to him, that is not what transpires. And actually what ends up happening is very shocking to her and completely unexpected, and does throw a bit of a curveball, kind of knocks her off her feet. We see the way that a parent's mind goes from, yeah, it'll be fine, to, wait a minute, there's something wrong here and this isn't my child.
Okay, here we go. Roll sound, roll camera, marker. So we want the main character, the actor, to survive or win or achieve their goal. And hopefully in The Stranger I Love, the audience will be rooting for our main character to get what she wants, which is access to her child, which, as any parent will tell you, is incredibly, incredibly important. It can become the whole focus of your entire life. And in this film, it is the focus of the film. The film also serves the purpose of bringing awareness to parental alienation, and hopefully bring this more into the light and the mainstream so more people understand what's actually going on. Parents in the past have experienced parental alienation and not really know what it is, because it's just not discussed and they don't understand, and suddenly they discover that they don't have contact.
Alienated parents come in all shapes and sizes, and not everyone is equipped to cope with battling through family court. Not everyone is strong enough to get up every day and live without their child. And I have come across too many parents through research for my film who have spoken about their need to live with their children or not live at all. I've spoken to family members who have had loved ones take their lives because they can't see their children, and a court has told them there's nothing we can do, the child doesn't want to see you, it's up to them, it's their wishes and feelings. And it breaks my heart. So I don't want one more person to commit suicide, to take their own life because they can't see their children. I know it will keep happening. But if the film can raise awareness of this and raise awareness of the heartbreak that parents live with, then perhaps things can change.
As a filmmaker, I feel we can do justice to this story and make it into a fascinating, compelling piece of work, which ultimately might go on to become a TV series. I believe that we can make a really wonderful film, and it would be really wonderful if you could come on board with us and help us to make this wonderful story that needs telling be told. Thank you very much.
You just lose all hope, basically, and try not to think too much about them, because it seems you're just torturing yourself.
He had seen a picture of his kids on social media, and he said he didn't even recognise them anymore. So he was definitely suffering from depression. When I look back, I see the signs. So that day he went out on the bike, and unfortunately, he never came home to me and my boys or his family. It actually transpires that he was driving up and down the road that his children lived on in the hope that he would be able to see them. And at one point his son was outside, so he turned and he went back to see his son again, which is when the accident happened. He lost control of the bike on a corner and was probably going too fast because he was so desperate to see his son. And unfortunately, he died instantly. We miss him so much, we really do. And I do believe that if he had been able to see his kids, he would still be alive and well today.
Through a vast amount of counseling, I've had to accept that these children might never have a relationship with me. I've had to grieve their loss as if they had passed away, which is made even harder when you get occasional glimpses of their lives, such as seeing a Facebook post or hearing an update from a mutual friend.
You probably don't know that I text you and I write you every single day. And I love you very much, and you will never lose me.
All that's left for me to do now is to say a huge thank you for taking the time to listen and watch this crowdfunder video. I hope it's been educational. I know some of the footage would have been quite difficult to watch and hear, but I feel was necessary. Please, please donate what you can, whether that be £1, $1, €1, whatever your currency is. Every single penny is greatly appreciated. However, if you can't afford to donate, we completely understand. It's been a horrendous couple of years for most people and financially incredibly challenging. So if you can't afford to donate, all I ask is that you share this video and this crowdfunding page as far and wide as possible. So via your social media pages, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. The link can be copied and pasted into email. So if you know anyone that doesn't have social media, you might like to email the link to them. Share it with work colleagues if you can, and obviously any Facebook groups that you may be part of. Please, let's get awareness going of parental alienation. Let's start discussions at work, at home, in the media, and most importantly within governments, because those are the people that can help us really affect change. Let's see parental alienation become a crime. Let's make it illegal. Let's raise awareness of what this does to our innocent children all over the world. And with your help, we can do that. We are many, many, many steps closer to achieving what we want to achieve. So on behalf of myself, my team, and all the alienated parents out there, thank you.